Hello, and welcome to MLB The Show 2023 and Western Field for this presentation of the Chicago Cubs versus the Cleveland Guardians. So, today we shall. So leading off this game will be Mike Tauchman against Shane Bieber. And Mike Tauchman will take a pitch inside the zone for strike one, and we'll hit that one foul. So, something I thought of a couple days ago, actually, as Tauchman takes a low inside ball, or pitch for ball one, I should say, of when I will, like when I'm starting to tone down a couple, games, I will redo the Tigers Padres game because that game did not get out, and we'll count on Tauchman. Will go down on the outswing. Dansby Swanson will come on now for the Cubs, and he'll hit that one foul. Because there were two games that did not quite upload, so I will redo those two. Kind of towards when I will like slow down the normal seasons of the games, just so I can get at least like one game of like every team, and then I'll figure out what to do. That ball is hit foul for a 2-2 count. That will be tapped foul by Dansby Swanson. And that one, that ball will be lined right to second, and so two as Ian Happ will come up now, and let's see exactly what he can do as he takes an inside pitch for ball one. Well, actually, I may do like a home game of, or I should say 2 games of like a team. That's a decision. As soon as that ball gets tapped foul, we'll for ball 2. And that ball will be popped to left center, and will not be caught. That's not what 38 tried to start with, but they get it in time, and Ian Happ will make it to second. As Cody Bellinger now will step in, and
that's a ball.
And he will take low pitch for ball 1. That will indeed be whipped foul for a 1-1 count. That one will be hit foul. And that one will be popped up down the third baseline and will be called foul. That will be high and inside near Belinda's elbow for ball 2. And Bellinger will go down on strikes, as that will end the inning, as it remains a 0-0 in Cleveland. And now Stephen Kwan will start the inning for, and I should say game, therefore for the Guardians against Justin Steele, as that ball will be called foul down the first baseline and this one will be popped up to left and will be caught by number 8 for the Cubs as Jose Ramirez now will step in and then after really kind of a quick first out, we'll see if he can help the Guardians jump back in this bit as he takes a 1-1 count with that ball foul down the third baseline, and he will swing and miss that strike too. This time he'll help slider up and foul will seems like over the net as this one will be foul down third base and we'll take a pitch for ball 2. And he will go down looking as Justin Steele will strike out his first. Will be able to get his first strikeout, I should say, as Justin Naylor now will step in. That will be line foul by Naylor.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that ball will go wide and outside for ball 1.
Ball.
This time a bit of a closer slider for ball 2. This time he'll pop another one out to look out past third base for foul. This one will be grounded to second, and the throw will be made in time to retire the Guardians as it remains 2-0 here in Progressive Field in Cleveland. As Seiya Suzuki will start this inning for the Cubs. And it will be said that he checked swing a bit too far and he'll be given a strike and followed by a slider inside his own for strike 2. And he will go down looking as Bieber has his first strikeout of the inning as Jeimer Candelario will go in now and he'll take a first pitch ball. And he'll take another inside pitch for ball 2. And sorry if I seem a bit tired. It's just my not too late. It's just I just a tad bit tired, and that will be out too. Is that ball was popped out to left and was caught, and now Patrick Wisdom, what a last name, will step in and he'll take ball 1 from Bieber. And this time he'll pop that up to right field, and that will be caught to bring us to the middle of the second as we are still scoreless in Progressive Park in Cleveland. And now Cole Calhoun, the Guardians DH, will be the fourth batter. I believe this part is normally called the cleanup hitter for the Guardians, as he'll take a 1-1 count with that low slider. And this ball will be grounded and and recovered, I should say, by the shortstop, and the throw will be made in time to first as Raymond Laurino. Now, and he'll line that one sweet to second can throw 2 as Andres Jimenez now will step in,
Ball one.
and he'll take a low pitch for ball one,
Aye.
and he'll look at strike one.
Nope.
The sinker will be a near. Well, yeah, it was a completely wrong call for strike two, and well, ball two, I should say, and strike two will be fouled off down to base, and he will go down looking as we go to the top of the third. Still scoreless in Cleveland. As Jan Gomes will come in now, and no, is it just me, or do some of the Cubs players?
That's a ball.
And there was another team as well. I think it may have been either the Reds or the White Sox or the Yankees players. But they look old, or their names sound a bit old. As Gomes will swing and miss strike two and take an outside slider for strike two, or for ball two, I should say. And way outside knuckle curve for ball three, and a full count. As well, not out so far. And Gomes will hit that one in for the first home run of this game. At this now 1-0. It's not really like I've seen, a little bit not as, and then he's energetic. I just normally take a shower to wake myself up a couple of bit before these, but I have not yet. So, because I was even debating, not coming and taking this, but I'm like, yeah, why not? And now Miles Mastrobuoni will be up as he taps strike two foul. And he'll take an outside pitch for ball one.
Ball two.
And there's a low cutter for ball two. And that pitch will be part of up into right center and will be caught for out number two, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And now Mike Tauchman will step in now again, as this is as his second time this game, and second time against Shane Bieber, and just in 2 innings. That's as it takes a 1-1 count.
One strike.
1-2 count as he swings and misses against Bieber.
That's a ball.
That will be a bit low by Bieber for ball two.
3-2.
That would be a questionable call there by the ump, as Tauchman now has a full count, as he will hit that one foul. The 50 pitches the goalie in the game is not that good. Because this way he'll be gone by fast-ish, like mid-fifth, like August 6th. And Tauchman will walk as Dansby Swanson will be in now for his second time, and he'll take a 4-seamer for strike one rather. And he'll take a questionable called cutter there for strike two.
1 ball. 2
And
strikes.
outside slider there for ball one.
Nope. Outside.
Some play slider there for ball two, and the 2-2 count. And that ball will be popped foul. And this one will be popped past the first base line and will be caught by the first baseman for out 2, as Ian Happ, with his double in as the first inning, will step in now, and Beaver's already almost had 60 pitches in just 3 innings, which is again not a good look. As Happ will take a low pitch at the knees, ball 1, and we'll take a low cutoff for ball 2. The questionable strike though. That one was a bit inside for Happ. And Happ will go down looking and stand 1 on first after this home run by Cleveland. Or I chose Chicago to make it a 1-0. Well, for the Cubs. As Will Blennon now, with a .9 OPS, will have his first time against Steele, as I think it was one of the Cleveland batters last inning. Had like a .180 or 188 the average, and Brennan. And we'll ground that one the short, and the throw will barely be in time for out 1, as Bo Naylor, possibly the brother to the other Naylor from last inning, will be up now as he takes a low outside corner pitch there for strike 1. And that will be stuck at line to past the first base line for a foul, and strike 2, as Bo will go down swinging for out 2, as Brian Rocchio will step in now, as Steele has about under half of the pitches as Bieber does, and Rocchio is a 1-1 so far this inning, as there are 2 outs. And Chicago will try to hold on to their 1-0 lead, as Rocchio now has a 3-1 count, and swings and misses at strike 2 to make it a full count.
That's ball 4.
And the slider that will go really inside, as he will be walked. The walked, and Stephen Kwan will be up now for Cleveland, as he takes strike 1. And that will be fouled down third base for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
0-1 to Kwan, and that will be popped up to center. The field was likely for out 3, and that will indeed be the case, as the side is retired, and it's still a 1-1, 1-0 I should say, in favor of Chicago in Cleveland. As Cody Bellinger now will be up against Shane Bieber, as Bieber will pitch, and put a four-seamer kind of on the lower border there, and he'll follow with a high cutter that comes in and out above the zone, and Bellinger will take a 2-1 count. 2-2 to another questionably low pitch. And that will be swung on and popped to center, and the count will be made in time. Is that will be out one, and Sayaka Suzuki will come in now, and he will swing and hit that one foul for strike one. That will be grounded to short, and the throw will be made in time for the ball two. And now Jamer Candelario will be up.
Off the plate, ball one.
And we'll take the one as Jamer is about 4-30 to Kinspaper. In his clear, that is grounded and popped like over the pitcher for a single for Jamer Candelario. And now Patrick Wisdom, again, what a last name, will be up for his second time at Beaver, and that will be line straight into right and caught as it remains 1-0 in Cleveland in favor of the Cubs. And now Jose Ramirez will step in for his second time. And Ramirez is the Guardians' third baseman for this game.
Ball one.
As that's a question we called single there for ball one.
That's ball two.
Ball two will be well below the strike zone. And strike one.
Ball three.
Ball three now will be the zone for Jose. And Jose will ground this through the gap between second or short and third, I believe. And Jose will get on base as Josh Naylor now will have a man on first with no outs and take ball one and above the zone. And then let Dustin Steele.
That's the ball.
That's another question called slider there by Justin Steele. This will be popped up and the back for strike one. And that pickoff will come to the tail. Then we lined foul down third base. Josh will go down looking for Steele's full strikeout of this game. As Cole Calhoun, I don't ever remember calling him up. The first time will come up for attempt two. And Steele as he takes strike one. The strike two swung on and missed. And I believe that's a slider curve well outside the zone there to Calhoun. And as a slider will be half foul. Will keep us at bat alive for Calhoun. And this will be again tap foul. And Calhoun will swing on and miss to give Steele's fifth strikeout. As Raymond Laweno, I believe the Guardians left fielder from this game, will step in now for his second attempt at Justin Steele, and he'll take a ball outside and above the zone, and he will swing on and miss. Just like one. that will be grounded to third, and the throw to first will be in time by a second or two, and we'll be back in the fifth. There's a 1-0 Cubs. And now Yan Gomes again for his second time up, as he is so far responsible for the Cubs 1-0 lead. As he will swing on and miss for strike one.
No ball.
And that's a check swing to a pretty full inside his zone, and that will be tap foul down the first base line.
Ball
And
inside.
there's inside four seamer onto Yan Gomes. And this indeed will be swung on and knocked past short to give Gomes his technically second on base hit this game, as Miles Mastrobuoni will ground that right to second, and the double play will just be in time as Mike Tauchman will be up for his third attempt, as he was walked his last time up in the third inning, as he takes strike one by Weber. That will be popped up to left center to out three, as we head still 1-0 in favor for the Cubs into the bottom of the fifth. As Andres Jimenez, the Guardians' second baseman, then will be up for his second time, and that'll be bounded past the pitcher into shallow center, and that will be a single for Andres, as Will Brennan now will be up, and Andres will survive that pickoff attempt by Christian Steele. And then we'll take ball one. You know, I wonder, and I don't know if I mentioned this a couple games ago or not, but I wonder what would happen if, like, a pitcher was replacing mid at bat. Like, if you had like a full counter, let's say Brennan and Steele was replaced. That's knocked down by the first baseman, and then flipped up to Steele. Throw one at first, as Bo Naylor now will step in as Naylor. I'm like assuming that both the catcher. So one the PA said instead of take a 1-1 count, and Andres will be heading to third, and that steal attempt will be successful, as Naylor now has a man on third with one out, as that's tapped foul for strike two. And this again will also be tapped foul. And this will not foul. And this one will be swung on and missed well inside for out two, as Brian Nochio, who was walked his first at bat by Justin Steele, has a similar the situation as Bo, but he found it by heading his way to to right as we head into the sixth. Still 1-1 Cubs. Well, 1-0 Cubs. Sorry. And now Dansby Swanson will come up for his third attempt, and this is why I cannot be someone in life because I'm not fully awake at the moment, sadly, and I am so far not calling this game all that well. Swanson will hit that foul for a 1-2 count by Bieber. And Swanson will swing on and miss for Bieber's first strikeout of this game. As Ian Happ now is for Chicago. And he'll take a 1-1 count after fouling that back. You know, one thing that I don't think he can do, and that's grounded to third, and the throw to first will be in time, as Cody Bellinger now will step in for Chicago, is if you have at least 2 teams per city, and that's line right into center field, well, right center, I should say, that will be a hit for Cody. Like, let's say Sig LA, except the fact that they have, like 6 teams, or no, like 8 teams. No, yes, so they're not good. not a good example. Well, it's actually use Chicago. That's that grounded foul down the third base line. It was supposed to be called fair though. It's like you cannot have all your teams be playing at the same time. They'll still, like, well, fans just won't be like as high, because it's really with Chicago. It's like they got to the baseball teams, as that will be the ball too. It's like you'll have the Cubs, like on the White Sox, that will be called strike 3, as it's now still 1-0 Cubs. And now Stephen Kwan will lead off the 6th for Cleveland. Kwan is this game's left fielder for the Guardians. Yeah, because it's like if you have the Browns, the White Sox, and the Cubs like all playing at the same time, it's like that would not be good. Especially like with the Cubs and the White Sox, because it's like they would almost have to be, like one has like a few games away, like at the same time as one's home and Kwan, and will be walked by Justin Seal. Yeah, because it's like you'll have like half the city go to the White Sox and half go to the Cubs. Like it's like there's a bit of a flaw to being in multiple teams per city, and same with with baseball, football, or doing baseball, hockey, like football, hockey, or whatever. That's probably will back for strike 1. It's like you'll have, again, let's say Chicago. It's like you'll have the Chicago Bears.
Nope.
Yeah, let's say the Bears and the Cubs. And I just realized I accidentally dissected them Browns and Cubs. And Jose Ramirez will hit the Guardians' first home run of the game. I'm going to make this a 2-1 game in the 6th inning. As Josh Jalen now will attempt to follow that up as he takes a first pitch strike by Justin Naylor. Yeah, because it's like say it's September, and say say this is not gonna happen anytime soon. But let's say both the Cubs and the White Sox are in the playoffs, and they have a home game at some point, and the Nagler will go down will go down swinging, as Cole Calhoun will come up now. It's like you have, like, let's say a game's on a Sunday, right? And the Chicago Bears have a game on that Sunday, and it's home. So it's like do you have a thought about heading then at Wrigley Field at the Bears Stadium and at the White Sox Stadium, or do you just and that's given the Cubs and the White Sox both play at home, as Calhoun will ground that one into false, and that's out two, as Ramon Laureano now will step in for Cleveland. And that will be hit foul for strike one. Steele is close to 100 pitches for this game, and that was in the closest to Ramon's knees, as it's determined that he check swings a bit too far, and this will be 2-2 now to Steele, and that will be and that pitch will be popped up to right center, and that will be caught for out three. That is now 2-1 in favor of Cleveland into the seventh inning. We'll be back soon. What the seventh? As Jeimer Candelario now will start off for the Cubs. That'll be a low ball, as Candelario is now, I believe, 5-33 against Bieber, as that will be line to right, and looks like it will go foul just barely before the Guardians right fielder can get to it, and decided that Jeimer will swing a bit too far for strike two. And ball two will be an inside slider to Jeimer. Jeimer will pop that one up to center, and this will be caught out, I believe, one. I wasn't going to say two to know that. As Patrick Wisdom now will be in, as he takes ball one to Bieber. And strike one will be tapped foul. Similar situation there with strike two. Ball two will be a bit low, and outside to Wisdom, and Wisdom was running around a bit too far, as that will be out to two, as Yan Gomes, who so far has had a perfect game against Shane Bieber, and still he's the only one responsible for any points by Chicago this inning, as he takes an 0-2 count, surprisingly, to Bieber, as Bieber now has 105 pitches in the seventh, and that will be flown to work and caught in time, as we now head to the bottom of the seventh. 1-2 Cleveland. As Drew Smiley will step in now as the Cubs reliever.
Now pitching for Chicago, number 11, Drew Smiley.
As Andres Jimenez now will step in now against Smiley as his first opponent.
All one. Ball, that's out.
No, I'm checking this now.
Aye.
As Smiley gives Jimenez the 8-1 count.
Ball three. Three balls.
Smiley has played for a fair bit of teams in his career as Andres runs a bit low, or too far, I should say, it's for a full count and gets walked by Smiley. Drew Smiley has been on about 7 teams so far.
No, he's safe.
And Andres will be safe and survive that the pickoff attempt, as Will Brennan now will be Smiley's opponent. And Smiley has played for 7 teams, which include the Tigers from 12 to 14, the Rays is from 14 to 16. That will be tap foul. Then give a couple of player gap before being on the Texas Rangers in 2019, and then later to that year, he was traded in 2020 to the Giants. And he would sign a minor league deal with the Brewers as well in 2019 as he will send, I believe it was Will down on strikes, and Bo Naylor now will step in. So 3 teams in 1 year is not a good look. Then he would be on the Braves in 2021. Then 2022 he would come to Chicago, and I believe the 2024, if not longer, was when he would leave, and he will send Bo down on strikes, surprisingly, as now Brian Trio will step in now against Drew Smiley. That will be grounded past first for ball 1.
That's a ball.
And a strike 1, I should say. I'm sorry. The second ball 1 will be that, and that pitch will be swung on, and that will hit the wall. And the center fielder would have to go right to left, essentially, as Ryan will get the runner in, as it's now 3-1 in favor of Cleveland, as Smiley may be getting to go replaced here soon, as Stephen Kwan will be up for his 3rd attempt, I believe, and he will be given an 0-2 count by Drew Smiley.
Ball 1.
And
He's out.
and Quan will be out at first, as it's now 3-1 in favor of Cleveland in the 8th inning. He'll be back soon. As Ronaldo Lopez will come in as the reliever now for the Guardians. And Miles Mastrobuoni will be the leadoff batter for the Cubs this inning, and he'll take a
0-1.
middle of the zone zone strike by Lopez, as 19,914 will be in attendance for Cleveland, and this was actually not.
1 ball.
Actually, that's not that much of a for attendance. As Miles will go down on strikes, as Mike Couchman now will step in as the second batter to the team.
Nope.
As Progressive Field can hold 34,830 max capacity, so that's about a little over half of it is
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
but it's empty. As Lopez will give, has thrown a so far 2-2 count to Mike Couchman. Couchman will hit that foul. Just hit the ball straight, then failed Couchman. Couchman will go down swinging for out 2 by Lopez. And Dansby Swanson now will be in, and he will take strike 1 looking. And strike 2 looking as well. And he will go down swinging, as it's now. Well, as it remains 3-1 into the bottom of the 8th inning.
Leading off for the Guardians.
As Jose Ramirez now will lead off, leading for the Guardians, as this game will
Back outside.
remain to the close for the Cubs to ending in a loss, as that ball will be line foul for 1-1 to Jose. This will be line foul for strike 2. One thing I've noticed, Charge, is that there seem to be a lot of fouls this game, but both sides.
Ball 2.
That's low for ball 2. And Jose will go down swinging, getting a Smiley manages to get 1 out, as Josh Naylor now will step in against Drew Smiley, as he'll take strike 1. Strike 2, it will be foul backwards. I think that's what was pointed out to me before, and Josh will go down swinging to Smiley, but there are very little to, like, if any, left-handed catchers. Like, if you ever would notice that. And that will be inside for, well, like, inside the zone, I mean, for strike 1.
Ball, that's low.
When ball 1 will be below the zone.
Ball 2.
Ball 2 will be a cutter to the outside corner. Ball 3 will be a 2-seamer. To the inside. That's Calhoun.
We got a full count.
as Cole Calhoun will swing a bit too far for the unplugging. Calhoun will go down looking as we enter the top of the ninth. It's day one, Cleveland Guardians in Progressive Field.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Guardians.
As Emmanuel, the Class A will come in now. Now for the Guardians as they look to finish this game. And that will be popped up on number 8 to the infield and will be caught for that one by the shortstop. So yes, this says.
Nope. Ball 1.
Yeah, it says that since Benny Stefano in 1989, there have virtually been no left-handed catchers. And one specific reason, well, yeah, and one disadvantage of it is, and that will be grounded to the uncovered left field, and that will definitely give the Cubs some much-needed ground against Cleveland to try to close this lead. As Seiya Suzuki, he will come in now as there's a man on second with just one out. As that fly ball will be tapped foul, and we'll take strike 2. Yeah, because if the catcher was, like, they have mainly, and Suzuki will go down swinging game for out 2 as Jambo the audio will come up now. Yeah, because if you think about it, catchers mainly throw to second and third, not to first. So for us, not really an issue. And so the audio is 7 against the cross. Not a good look for the Cubs. That's his foul will end specifically down in Joe as Candelario will go down on twice as the Guardians will win this 3-1 against Chicago. Well, yeah. I think you guys coming today. I thought this game, and sorry we again was seeing this thing seeming a bit off. I just anyway, yeah. So thank you from all of us here. I think the Scott, and yeah. See you all next time. Bye.